My name is Paul Gasper, and I am the founder of the Wisconsin-Illinois Paranormal Alliance. We're located out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are scientific. We use the scientific approach. We use the EMF detectors, the Gauss meters, digital thermometers. We try to debunk claims first in most cases, especially in cases where there's a client, let's say, at a residence that needs help explaining certain things that are going on. There's a lot of different devices out there that do a lot of different things, and basically, in the end result is still the same thing. It's still getting an EVP. It's more hardware and more equipment to bring along, and I like to keep things a little bit more simple. There's different classifications of EVPs. That's the one thing that I kind of pride myself on, is my knowledge of EVPs and classifications. If you get an EVP, you've got an EVP that could be completely random. Whether there's investigators talking or not, it's just something that just is there. It doesn't make sense. You've got an EVP that could be direct communication, which results in you asking it a question and you actually get an answer. There's one where there's an EVP that can talk to somebody that's in the room, but it doesn't mean that it was necessarily being spoken to at the time. Now, when you have any of those type, where it's either direct or it's communicating, but you didn't ask it a question, that's a sign that it's intelligent. Now, if it was the first one where it's just kind of random, rambling, it just kind of happened, you don't know. But the best that you can capture on audio is just the VP, or the voice phenomena, because that means you also heard it with your own ears. And you can use that, especially when you hear it with your own ears before you know if you even got it, to start asking the questions, to start trying to see if what's there is intelligent or if it's just residual. But the digital voice recorder to capture EVPs is the best way to find out, really. In the end, every person only has two hands, and you should at least always keep one of them free. You can't overload yourself with, all this just overbearing equipment that you're probably not even going to use, 75% of it during the investigation. So we keep it simple, and we look for trying to get quality results over quantity, and that's what that basically means. There was an investigation I did with my last group that was down in Illinois, and we had gone into the basement, and I was told to kind of set myself down in the middle of the basement while the founder of that group, plus my brother who was in that group, Keith, they went into another room, and I was told to kind of just sit down and kind of take in the atmosphere, the dark atmosphere and everything. And all of a sudden, right in front of me, I saw a shadow formation forming in the corner of the basement. And I started to say out loud what I was seeing, so the other investigators knew what was going on. And as soon as I started mentioning that I actually saw it, it moved towards me and then through me, which is the first time that I ever had, and the only time I ever had, physical contact with something. I'm getting chills just talking about it. And then it ended up actually going back into the room where the founder of that group actually was sitting. And as soon as I could actually physically speak what I was experiencing, I heard him starting to say that he was experiencing the same thing. Like it started in this, like literally started in the corner, went through me, and then into the room and through him. And then when we both got together, I mean, our hair was standing up and we were shaking and we were cold. It wasn't a, dude, let's run, let's get out of here. It was very exciting. And I'd love nothing more to experience that again. But that was definitely one of those moments. We always work in at least pairs of two. We take shifts that last anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, so that when those shifts are done, we all come together again, take like about 5 or 10 minutes out, talk about anything that might have happened,